Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be going over an Advanced Wars by Web replay of my match with Poland. One of my, I would say, greatest opponents I've ever faced. I would say Starflash was probably the most difficult opponent I've ever faced, which was me. I've covered his match in the last video. You guys can go check that out. But Poland, for sure, is another strong opponent. Let's go ahead and pull up our profiles really quick just to show. So if we take a look, hello, my cat's up behind me. 1500 compared to my 1258. So obviously he's no pushover. He's a very strong opponent. Yeah, I was very shocked when I got matched up with him. At first I was like, is this the real Poland? Because if it is, oh my gosh, I'm in for a challenging match. And that's why of course I'm going to do a replay on any match that I have to face someone of this caliber, regardless of how the match goes. I just want to show that whether I play good or I play bad against people of this level. So obviously I have a huge disadvantage as far as skill, but it doesn't mean I will be out of this match. We'll see how things go. Go ahead and pull up the COs. Today we're going to be going a Andy versus Drake match, and I love these matchups. As Andy, my favorite CO, I'm so excited whenever I get to use Andy against global COs like Olaf, Drake, and Hawk. Makes it so much easier to deal with the global damage, but also just because Andy's just really good against these types of COs who don't really have massive benefits in most areas. Like Drake, he has great naval units, but if we take a look at the map, there's not a there's not a lot of naval units available here. You have this port, then this one right here, and this one right here. So you could build like battleships and carriers, but it's not really going to help you too much here. So I don't have to worry about his naval units as much. So I was surprised that he chose Drake, but being Poland, maybe he's played this map many times, and maybe Drake's a good pick. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, Andy versus Drake, I love these matchups. Of course, Andy, I get to repair 2 HP when I use my regular power, or I can recover 5 HP when I use my hyper upgrade, and I get plus 10% attack and 1 movement, which is very useful, all for 6 stars. And then of course Drake, he gets a plus 1 movement to naval units, which doesn't help him here, as well as defense. His air units lose 30% attack, which is a lot. 30% minus lowered firepower on especially battlecopters really hurts, but their defense is the same, so there's that going for him. Unaffected by rain, and the higher chance of what random weather, the rain and random weather doesn't apply to global league, so we'll ignore that. His tsunami is very strong. 1 HP to all of my units, as well as draining half their fuel. Kind of sucks when you start to have air units that are running out of fuel, but luckily I don't think my air units will have to travel too far, and if they do, then I'll most likely build like an APC to help them out. And then Typhoon just doubles the tsunami power, so, and it changes it to rain for 1 day, which again doesn't affect him, but it does affect me. Not by much. Rain isn't as bad as snow, so I'm not really too scared of that. Alright, so we have the COs out of the way. If you guys can see, we're playing on this map called Got Lost Together. I'm going to start putting the map name on right under here, right under me on the camera, and then so you guys can see that more easily. Then we can get a bigger screen to look at. And I'm looking on this screen over here because this is where all my OBS is, and then I'll move over to this one once we start. Yeah, so I'll be Punchi. My name is Punchi. That's my profile on Advanced Wars by Web. So I'll be Andy, playing as Purple Lightning, and then Poland will be Drake in Orange Star. Alright, so let's go ahead and enter this match. Let's see, I want to turn my volume up a little bit so I can hear my music. Alright, so obviously day 1, first so many days, 5 days, it's all about building infantry and capturing. Obviously we're going to go for our neutral bases here. I think by the 3rd or 4th day we actually start to deviate from capturing the same properties. But for the most part, you're always going to try to grab the properties that are closest to your bases. Only reason is because you want to build up some income so you can start building vehicles as soon as possible. So if you guys can see, we pretty much have done the same moves across the board so far. And it looks like we're going to continue to do so. So far the only difference is this infantry I sent onto the mountain here. Oh well, he did send this one already, so I take it back. He's already, we're capturing the same order. So he opens up with a tank and artillery down here. Sorry, I open up with a tank and artillery down here. And the reason being is with my 2 bases here, this is my quote-unquote strong side. I want to focus on trying to lock down this base as quickly as I can. My cat's over here on my mouse. You need to move. Because the sooner I lock down that base and even the airport, the less I have to worry about him going for my lab in this top corner, as well as then I can focus more on building some powerful units on the right side. So hopefully we can get our artillery into range and lock down that base as quickly as possible. He counters with his opener as he goes 2 tanks instead of an artillery like I did. But we'll see how that works out for both of us. Obviously we're still capturing the properties as we go. So right now, I just captured the city, he's captured the city, but he has infantry over here. I don't have an infantry in the middle yet. So he's going to go probably for these next cities right here, whereas I'm only going after these ones. So let's see what he does going forward. So I move my units up. I have 2 tanks in this next turn. One I think I'm going to probably send towards the middle just in case he does, but we'll see where he decides to move. So yeah, so we can take a look here. Yeah, he's going to go for this city. I could interrupt, but that would be a very bad idea. So I'm just going to finish my capture. I haven't gone for that city quite yet. So he sends both his tanks up, just like I'm sending both my tank and artillery downwards. He counters my units over here with his own tank, trying to defend himself. He builds a tank on this side as well, right here. Very interesting build in my opinion. And he builds a 3rd tank right here in the middle. Alright, my turn rolls in. Let's see what we do here. And as you guys can see, we have 2 comm towers here that are uncaptured. I do believe this one is easier for me to capture. Like, he has a straight path this way, but I think because this is closer to my lab, it's easier for me to play defense here. So this one would usually be my capture and this would be his. But yeah, so I go in a little, threaten his city a little bit, go for a hit on the city because I want to back my tank up with the artillery. So he can attack these guys if he wants, but I'm going to have plenty of units here to help support, so that's why I move in that way. Go ahead and start moving my infantry over here. He has this airport now, and even though Drake battlecopters are lowered, but their attack power is lowered, doesn't mean that they're any less hard to kill. So I'm going to build a preemptive N-tire, and if anything, the N-tire can one-shot infantry on roads, and if I get my comm tower, on planes as well. I build a tank in the top right to defend against his 2 tanks, and his turn rolls in. So he goes ahead and goes for the interrupt because obviously he doesn't want me to capture his city. He goes for the comm tower as well as this city over here. Starts to capture my city as well, just like I did. Goes for the tank strike on the city here. An basic engagement in my opinion. Goes for my infantry on this city. Built a tank and battlecopter down here in the bottom left. So, like I said, you're going to build that battlecopter, so I gotta have that entire just in case. And let's see what he does. This tank goes straight into the middle, as I put 1 tank in the middle as well. It's probably to help defend against this guy, although he does have this tank here that he sends this way. He's probably going to swing it around over here and try to get some vehicles into on this side, because he could have went this way though, which I'm surprised he didn't, because he could have used the tank to back up that way. But and he builds a mech, 2 mechs here actually, 2 mechs right in the middle. This surprised me because these mechs will take a while to get in any, in position in any direction. So it was very shocking to see that. But we'll see what we do to counter his mechs. So I go ahead and hit his tank with my artillery. Start capturing. Go ahead. This is a free shot of my tank here, so I go for that interrupt. I interrupt the comm tower because I don't want him getting that quite yet. Anytime Drake can get some extra firepower, it's going to hurt. Especially if it helps boost his copter's firepower just a little bit so they're not as weak. My cat is causing a lot of noise over there. Let's see. So I go ahead and go on the city since might as well. I don't think his tank can kill me. Especially since he didn't build an entire or anything like that. I do believe I'm going to build a battlecopter to counter these tanks. Most likely. I go for the capture on the comm tower as well. Probably a little bit stupid in my opinion. I'm not going to get it, but I think I just wanted to make sure he doesn't. So he has to, I have to damage this infantry for him to get the comm tower. Go ahead and ignore capturing and go for his attack on the infantry. Switch over, keep my 5 tank alive and then attack with the 10. Bring the anti-air down. If he wants to attack these guys, I'm more than happy to go ahead and kill his battlecopter with my anti-air. I build a tank in the top right and a copter just like he did. Build a tank, 2 tanks in the middle. So he built mechs, I built tanks. We'll see what he does. He has 32,000 this turn, so we'll see what he builds. So obviously he's going to try and kill here. Goes for my tank. I was surprised he didn't go for the anti-air. Infantry attacks my artillery. Interrupts my comm tower capture here. Moves the tank forward. Battlecopter comes in, attacks my tank. So as you guys can see, with Drake's lowered firepower, it doesn't really scratch my tank all too much. I mean, 3 damage on my tank is pretty bad, but it's actually not that scary because 9,000 to my 7,000, and he's not really killing my unit. And if he doesn't kill my units, I'm going to be able to repair them up later. Builds another battlecopter immediately over in this bottom left corner. So again, even though he's Drake, he's not afraid to build battlecopters. Moves his mech down, captures here. Moves his tank to probably ward me away. He's going to move his tanks over here to the middle. A little surprised by that, but I got this nice 8-5 engagement, and all he did was kill an infantry, so I won that. So I was very happy with this. Go ahead and build that anti-air he needs to defend against my copter. Builds another tank down here on the bottom right. Continues to capture the comm tower. Builds another tank in this bottom left, and a couple more infantry. Alright, so my turn rolls in. So as we can see, I have a pretty strong foothold in the top right. He's not going to be attacking me anytime soon, now that I have 2 tanks and a copter. He only has a damaged tank and a full HP tank. And then down here, we'll see what happens with these units. So obviously I'm going to finish capturing a couple cities here, here, and here. Another one over here. So now we've even up the playing field as far as captures, so that's good. Battlecopter moves in. This is a free strike on an infantry, so that's nice. No tanks on this side, so I get to kill that infantry for free as well. Start capturing. As you guys can see, there's nothing that can stop this infantry. This tank can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cannot go through my battlecopter, so I will steal his city from him, which is great for me. And I can bring my tank over to help defend my infantry. And see this right here? This is huge because this infantry is one of only 3 down here that can capture properties. So as long as he can't capture his comm tower, or his infantry are far away, he's going to be a while before he gets his comm tower. So I'm actually happy to just keep lowering his HP here. So I move my infantry around on this side, stop this capture for good, because this infantry can't reach, and then this next turn I'm going to just kill it. Yeah. So artillery attacks the tank. I unfortunately can't reach this battlecopter, so I move my anti-air out of the way so I can use a fresh tank to come over and hit. I wish that killed. I think it was a luck roll, but very low chance. Like very, very low chance of killing it. But I'm fine with that. I still have this. If he wants to hit my artillery, he has to use the battlecopter or maybe a 3 HP tank. So nothing to really worry about over here. I bring my tank back over here away from his 2. There's no point in staying in the middle. And I build another anti-air. Build another infantry. Battlecopter in the top right. Another infantry in the middle, and a tank as well in the top right. Alright, Poland's turn rolls in. Let's see what he does. Obviously he's going to finish capturing some cities. Always do that first. Goes for another capture over here. Sends his battlecopter over into the northern, or north of where of this position. Very good option because I have no anti-air over here, and he can just wreak havoc on my infantry. Fresh battlecopter comes in, attacks my tank again. Only 4 damage, and it's not that bad in my opinion. I think he's going to finish off my tank, but I'm actually okay with that because again, my artillery is in range to attack anything that hits it. So there you go. And he still moves in here where my artillery can get another juicy shot. So that was this artillery is already being very useful for me. Even though his infantry is damaging me, that's okay. I can heal it up later with my power if I need to. Obviously he's going to back up the guy with capturing the comm tower. Builds a tank in the bottom left, as well as another battlecopter. That's 3 Drake battlecopters here. Tank moves in, kills my infantry. Starting to capture more. He has an anti-air here in the middle, and I have nothing to contest it, so this is a little dangerous. Moves his mech back because he has no point in being over here. Builds a tank and another mech. This is 1, 2, 3 mechs here he has, and again, they take a while to get into a position of being useful, and so far they're not being very useful. So I'm actually very happy that he did this. Starts to move his tanks over here. My 1 tank to his 2 tanks, so I can't really do much, forcing me to retreat. Builds an anti-air here. I was a little surprised by this, but I think he's going to bring it over here and keep me from using air units on this side, most likely. Black Belt comes off the lab to recover his his infantry on the city. I accidentally moved my black belt off the lab. I didn't have to. For some reason, I just felt like doing it. So, but I'm actually happy he pulled this off because HQ or lab captures on this map are very viable. As you guys can see, there's only 1 base here. So if you focus all your attention this way, from your base and airport, and then these 2 bases going this way, you actually could capture the lab, or of course your enemy doing the same, going towards your lab. So yeah, so I think that's why the black belts are there in the first place, but we both decided to take them off. Alright, so my turn rolls in, day 9. Let's get a change of music. Let's go with like Foresight. There we go. Alright, so I go ahead and finish off his infantry. No more comm tower for you. Go for the nice strike here. I get a nice winning engagement because I struck first. I continue to go for these cities. Interrupt the capture here. If he wants to kill my infantry, he can either keep attacking with this guy or move it and use the anti-air or fresh infantry. Either way, I want to make sure he gets less captures because right now he's leading by 4 whole captures, or 8,000. So I have to be careful. That money income will make a difference if I don't change things around. Although I do capture a city right here. If we remember, I'm stealing that, so we even it up a little bit, but not entirely. So I do the same thing. There's no anti-air around this area, so I get a free shot with my battlecopter. Go for the kill as well, because why not? These tanks are no threat to my copter. I'll move all my units over onto this side. I got this city, and there's nothing that can really do anything to me, so I'm happy with just going this way. Over the capture in the middle. Again, my artillery gets a nice shot onto this tank. So again, very shocked that he keeps letting me do that, as it will eventually add up. Move my tank over to stay safe, get prepared later. I'm going to let my cat out because he's anxious for something. There we go. That way you can't distract me anymore. Alright. So yeah, let's see. So we're going ahead. We get the kill because now it's a 5 HP instead of a 6, so that is almost guaranteed. Then my anti-air can move up. I get a lucky strike. 3 HP tank, and I use my anti-air to kill it. Boom. Nicely done. And I don't have to worry about this anti-air being killed to help ward away the copters, because I've got another one coming in. And if you guys see, our powers are also coming in very soon. So obviously I'm going to wait for him to use his power first, most likely, so I can use my power to repair the damage he does. I built an anti-air up here because I need to be careful of his copters and make sure. I'm probably going to send it up this way towards my lab and around, probably not towards the forest unless his copter moves back down this way. Move my anti-air up, move the fresh tank up as well. This infantry is going to kind of run away. I built up my favorite unit on the ground, the medium tank. It will be useful for warding off these two guys so they can't move in and attack me here. Build battlecopter in the top right, tank as well, and an infantry on the top right. So to me right now, if we take a look, it is now Poland's turn, and he is second player. I am currently winning in the value and units, but it's also because he hasn't done his turn. So let's find out if he can take the advantage back. Finishes capturing another city, one thing that I'm definitely behind in. He goes ahead and gets a free shot. I can't do anything about this entire, so I'm actually surprised I even started capturing that city. Copter again moves in. Nothing I can do to it. My enter is out of range, so he gets a free shot on the infantry. Does come off the city, and then he's going to finish this infantry off. Tank moves in here, attacks my infantry. Mech moves in as well to kill it, and he builds a battleship. Now this battleship, as you guys can see, huge attack range, almost locks down my base, but I think the map design is made that way so it cannot. But this battleship is really hard to kill. I think even if I use a bomber, I think I only do like 5 HP of damage at most. Probably even a little bit less, maybe 4. Because not only does it have the 3-star defense from the port, Drake also gets passive 10% defense. And so this thing's like being on an HQ. It is very strong. And it covers a wide area, so he's going to cover these units that just moved in. I was not expecting that, to be honest. It was a very interesting build. So definitely going to have a little bit of trouble there. Moves his tank over here. He's going to retreat a little bit and start, I think, pressuring my lab. I think that's what he's doing here. 3 copters, 1 tank, but he leaves this very vulnerable. So very interesting maneuver here. Tank moves in to attack my infantry, because if I want to attack this tank, I have to use this guy, in which the battleship can strike me. Builds an anti-air. I was actually a little confused why he built this one, because, well, I guess I do have copters here, but he has this one down here. But who knows. He regroups the tank, probably for a little bit of building money. Moves the mech over here. Infantry, again, attacks my artillery, but no problem. Builds another tank in the bottom left. Anti moves up to the forest so it can help reinforce this area, as well as this tank here. Builds more infantry. Tank moves back out of range. Okay, and then this mech, after moving this way, is now moving back up, so that's kind of funny. Builds an artillery. I think that's going to go this way to help him capture some properties. But yeah, so after his turn, as you guys can see, I now have a slight, I'm slightly behind as far as income, value, and units. But we'll see if we can change things around. So I finished capturing this city, and I start to capture this one. Bring my anti-air around so I can help defend against some copters. So this right here, a little bit of a free shot. There's nothing he can do unless he wants to just delete his battleship so he can kill my copter, which he's obviously not going to do. So if anything, this is just almost 3,000 funds I'm going to drain from him unless he does something about it every turn. So I was actually very happy with this, because if you can do that to any unit that's stuck on a property, then you can easily drain money from them. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. And obviously I'm just going to move out of range of his battleship. I mean, that's the best thing you do against rockets, missiles, or battleships, carriers. You just stay out of range, and then they have to move to you. Obviously my battlecopters are unaffected by the battleship, so I can still move those guys. Kill another infantry. he has a disadvantage on this guy, so he's not really going to attack. He's probably going to capture the city. Since I know I can't get this comm tower, I'm just going to kill yet another infantry. So, looking at this, if he decided to go for a lab capture or lab pressure my lab this way, it would actually be a very bad idea, because he has no infantry in this area. He only has 3 damage infantry here with only 1 base. So right now I have a pretty good advantage. He can kill infantry all day long with his copters and tanks. It's not going to equal up value unless he for a tank he has to kill 7 infantry, or battlecopters you have to kill 9 infantry. So as far as value goes, so I'm actually like very happy with how this area is going, especially down here. I have a very strong foothold down here, so I feel like even though he's winning in the values and the income, I do think I have the advantage in this match so far. Move my tank onto the comm tower for some defense boost, so this guy can't just attack me freely. I'm going to still pressure down here. He has no anti-air in this area, so my copter is free to move down that way. Artillery kills infantry, anti-air kills infantry, anti-air kills infantry, and I start to go for yet another capture here, and there's nothing he can do about it unless he wants to sacrifice a vehicle. I'm going to recover my tank up to a 6, so when my hyper upgrade comes in, I can try and recover it to full. Of course, I'm going to move my tanks forward, and like I said before, this medium tank isn't going to be threatened by anything in the middle except for maybe this artillery if I'm not careful. So perfect build for all these tanks and entire in the middle here. So obviously there's a battleship here. I'm going to build a bomber. I can either go here and get a nice hit on it and start to kill it, or I can use it to help support down here. And if you guys remember, I mentioned lab captures are very viable. I do believe this bomber is going to come straight down, and with no anti-air in the area, I can one-shot pretty much anything really. And if this anti-air comes into range, then I can just attack that, and then my bomber really has nothing to fear. So yeah, the only thing I have concern about is this bomber. If I move it out and he uses his Typhoon, I'm going to have to worry about fuel, including my copters as well. So I'll either need an APC, or I'll have to move it back to the airport to repair or refuel. So, oh, look at that. APC right on cue. Build 2 more tanks here in the middle, and I guess that's it for my turn. I do base skip on this one, but I don't think it's necessary that I build anything, since I have enough infantry and I couldn't build another vehicle, so that was fine. Alright, Poland's turn. So he goes for the capture on my city. Mech attacks my battlecopter. I'm like, thank you. That helps me a lot. Again, thank you. That helps me a lot, because these mechs aren't doing anything, and I can just repair my copter up using my power. So I was very happy with these 2 free engagements. That's 6, since they're still alive, that's 3,000 funds just wasted in my opinion. Goes for the attack on the comm tower here. Very shocked by that. Tank comes over here, kills my infantry. Goes for his Typhoon, obviously damaging all my units by 2 HP. And if we take a look, just take a look really quick. 169,000. Uses his super, drops me all the way down to what, 140, 132. So he has a huge lead now, and he's taking only a couple engagements. Let's see what the values are after this turn. Uses a tank to one-shot my infantry. Tank comes down here, attacks my anti-air, doesn't kill it. He sacrifices this copter just to kill that anti-air. To me, big mistake. You never really want to do that, because I can just kill a 9,000 copter for free, and I can still hit this tank if I want to. So that right there, very shocking. But hey, you know what? He's a 1500 player. I shouldn't question his motives all too much. Uses the black boat to kind of boost his infantry here and then repair. Moves forward. Battlecopter moves straight up and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still out of range. Even with my super, I cannot hit this copter. Goes for the interrupt on my capture. Anti moves to the middle. Battlecopter kills another free infantry. Tank moves up, kills my infantry as well. I don't know why he would kill the infantry. I would have attacked the tank instead while it's weakened, but oh, okay. Artillery moves over here. I don't know where this guy's going. So I don't really see what he's trying to do, unless he's just trying to ensure the capture, I guess. Battleship, did it attack anything? It didn't. It just waited. So again, a scary build for sure, but it has nothing to shoot and it cannot move. So I don't have anything to fear about this guy. Continues to move units towards the middle on this side. Right here. See this guy? Look at this guy. Mega tank in bottom left corner. Now that's a smart build. A little excessive in my opinion. Neo probably would have gotten the job done, but what am I supposed to do against the mega tank? Nothing. I think even my artilleries, even if at full HP, I think they only do like 1 or 2 damage because I don't have a comm tower. So huge build. I was like, dang, okay, what am I going to do about that? We're going to have to find out. Continues to move his units towards the middle here. He's really pushing into this area. I think he kind of senses that maybe a lab capture is on its way, and so he's trying to defend as much as he can. Especially since this is where he can dominate more, just like how I'm dominating on this side. Starting to go for my city over here. Moves the entire over this way. Don't know what this one's doing. Again, it's not really doing anything. So just a little bit of wasted funds here. Missile to protect the battleship. Very interesting. I was like, I mean, it's smart to protect the battleship for sure, but it's rare that you're going to see anybody build missiles, and unfortunately this missile I don't think we'll ever see combat in this game. So I think you guys can see how this match is going. I do have a big advantage now. However, if you guys look at this, he has a 60,000 value lead, 5 unit lead, and still this entire game practically has had the capture lead. So I am really down in this game. But like I said, this battleship isn't going to do anything. This missile really isn't going to do anything. So I still have this bomber that can move around, and I'm controlling this side a lot. Now this mega tank's going to ward me away, but as far as like what the units can do as of right now, I do believe I have the advantage. So I'm not too scared yet. Hyper upgrade pops in. Usually I try to go for some engagements beforehand, but I don't think there was many that I could have done that would have really benefited me. So I just go ahead and pop my power immediately. Gives me a nice boost of like 30,000. So I'm still 30,000 down, but as you guys can see, all the global damage he dealt to me is gone. As far as units fuel, my APC will help the units on this side, and most of these units over here were either on properties or they're close enough to cities that they can get refueled and resupplied. Battlecopter moves in, hits the tank, so I can kill it, no problem. Battlecopter moves in here, so I can help kill the tank. I don't even have to kill it, because what's this 1 HP tank going to do? So I go for more interrupts, you know, that way you can't capture anything. Infantry into the APC. This guy right here, very important. Very important. As that is the only infantry I have on this side. Just like how he has no infantry, this is the last infantry I have on this side. So if I am going for the lab capture, I have to keep this infantry alive no matter what. And as you guys can see, out of range of the battleship, there's no vehicles that can attack me, so this APC is safe for now. Bomber comes around, no, the anti-air's out of range, missile can't reach me, this is a battleship. Get a nice juicy free tank kill. Boom. Very nice. If he wants to kill my copter, he has to stop the capture, which I'm fine with, and then he leaves me alone. Plus then I can hit his anti-air after, if anything. Anti-air moves forward so I can get, protect the infantry from the copters in the next turn. So I can get this city 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He actually might interrupt here, but that's okay. I do steal this city, evening up the captures, so that's really good. Again, anti-air kills battlecopter. This tank can attack this anti-air and damage it, or he can move it away and then use the mega tank. Either way, I'm going to get put my artillery here, locking down this base, or being able to kill or hit whatever comes here, as well as taking another city, and there's nothing you can do about it. Tanks are going to move up, I believe. Oh, I interrupt this one as well, so I can start capturing here on the next turns following as well. I'm going to start moving tanks all through here to make sure he can't, you know, keep control of this area. This mega tank can only move this way through this one little square here, or it has to move all the way over here, and that takes a long time as they only move 4 squares per turn. Yeah, I mean it takes 2 turns just to reach next to this tank. I could just move 1 square, and it needs a 3rd turn just to engage me. Medium tank moves over, so I can get ready to defend this area, especially against this infantry. I've got a few tanks in the middle, so that's really nice. Build a tank over here to ward away the anti-air. Build some more infantry as I can start capturing properties over here in the middle with nothing, scaring my medium tank away. Build battlecopter and another tank in the top right, and I would go over to Poland's turn. So if we take a look, now I have the value lead, the unit lead, and we evened up the captures. So my disadvantage has now been neutralized, and we are pretty much even, I would say, as far as the overall, units and everything. But again, I think since like day 8, I've kind of had the tactical advantage of my units are in better places and are doing more efficient work for me. So yeah. So this is where the end of the game is going to start coming in. Even though it's only day 11, maps like this they go quickly. So Mega Tank moves away. Mega Tank one-shots my anti-air. And again, Mega Tanks aren't scared of my artillery because it probably only does like 2 damage at most. So he's okay with taking that engagement. He captures the city here. Moves it off the city so he can destroy my copter, as expected. I mean, he should. It's worth the value. Copter suicides over here just to interrupt the city capture. Very, very shocking, because I have an anti-air right there. Very interesting. Copter moves in to attack my other infantry. Again, with Drake Battlecopter's very lowered firepower, so barely does any damage to my infantry. Builds a second Mega Tank in this bottom left corner. I don't know what he's thinking with that. 1 was bad enough, and I can't do anything about the 1. But 2, now he's just investing 56,000 funds in this bottom left corner. And what's it going to do? I just have to run away. And like I said before, if you can go from this side to here, this side to here, that's 2 fronts. These Mega Tanks can't catch me. Even infantry can almost outrun them. They're just that slow. They don't move very far. So if anything, this move right here, it kind of sealed the deal as far as how this match is going to end. As you guys can see, if you guys can kind of predict, I am going to win this match. He's got this, the missile on Battleship, and the 2 Mega Tanks. That's 56,000 here, 40,000 here that aren't really doing anything. The Battleship, I think, has only attacked 1 time. I think it was an infantry. And the missile has not struck either. Builds another anti-air to defend against my bombers. Artillery moves over. And his anti-air comes back over here. Infantry captures, but it's not going to matter. This one's not going to matter either. I have plenty of units to interrupt. His anti-air can't move anywhere over here. He has to be careful of my bomber one-shotting it, as well as all my tanks. So I'm in a pretty good position. Regroups his infantry, moves his tank over here. What doesn't matter to me. Builds another anti-air. He has a lot of anti-air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anti-airs plus the missile all on the right side. 5 anti-air and a missile launcher all on the right side. That's a lot. That's a lot. So actually, just as a quick note, as my turn rolls in here, if he built this Mega Tank over here and he started moving it this way, in 1, 2, 3 turns, it would be here ready to help defend his lab. Or he could have built a Neo, and then he could have built like maybe an artillery or something over here. Either way, these 2 Mega Tanks are so costly that he could have built stronger units everywhere else. And like I said, I think that's the biggest mistake of this match. I come over, one-shot the anti-air. I'm still out of range in the missile, and I go over here, attack the anti-air with my tank, and you guys are going to see this next move to help make sure. Oh, this battleship, I can actually attack my tank. I'm actually curious what I did here. I can't remember what I did exactly, but I'm going to let his anti-air attack my bomber, I think. So with that, he's most likely... Oh, he also has the mech here too. I am curious to know what I was thinking there, but we'll see what happens. Interrupt the comm tower, can't let him get that, obviously. APC moves forward, resupplying my copter and tank. And again, nothing can threaten this guy, the infantry inside, so that's good. Battlecopter moves over, attacks the infantry. Anti-air kills tank. I have a tank coming over here now to help try and back my other units up. I attack the copter here, getting 2 HP of damage on this first strike, which is really good for infantry copter engagement. Move the other one onto the mountains so I just don't die. If he doesn't kill these infantry, I can capture these properties. So, yeah, if I can keep them alive, wait for my power, then that's great. Nothing can interrupt or stop my medium tank, so I might as well move up here. Steal one of his cities. I now have the capture advantage for the first time, so that's great. Tank moves up, so I can start threatening this tank over here. And again, I'm just gonna move away from his mega tanks. Look at this. I just run away. I'm like, I'll take your city, and then I'll run away. Bring my tanks over, threaten this anti-air. Has nowhere to go. I'm going to be able to strike it next turn no matter what. Resupply on the cities, like I said. Build another bomber, a second bomber here, and a Neo tank as well. So I invested pretty much all my funds onto this right side. I'm probably going to build, yeah, just infantry. I built a mech in the middle. Actually, this is really cute. I don't even think this mech's going to matter. We'll see what he does. Suicides his infantry against my copter to help do as much damage as he can here. I was shocked. I was shocked by this. I thought he should kill my tank, whether it's with the mech and tank, or he should have killed the tank and went for the strike on my bomber instead of the copter, because my copter is not really threatening anything, whereas my battleship can one-shot infantry, tanks, even his anti-air. So I don't know why he went after the copter, but to me that was a mistake, because he eventually does kill this. Pops a tsunami, dealing 1 HP damage to all my units. Not really draining my funds all too much. I still have a lead as of right now, so it's not too scary of a tsunami. However, look at my medium tank's fuel, only 8. That means I have to literally go onto the city next turn and get resupplied of fuel, because otherwise it's not going to be able to move anymore. So that's the only thing. This tank only has 12 fuel. Yeah, so that fuel drain is huge, even on ground units. But we'll see what happens. Battleship one-shots my tank over here. Anti-air runs, goes onto the city. Mega tanks are going to start moving out over here. Tank moves up north. Battlecopter comes down, attacks the tank here. He goes for the infantry. Smart move by him, in my opinion, because he needs to stop me from capturing properties over here. Infantry is going to try and threaten my city a little bit. Goes for a capture. Builds a battleship down here now. So now he's got 2 battleships on the right side. And the problem with this battleship, I'll tell you right now, it's got limited range, and it's susceptible to aerial bombardment. As you guys can see, my bomber's right here, and I even have a couple copters along the way, and so this battleship's a little bit vulnerable. Yeah. Builds an infantry and bomb left, because now that I'm running away, he's going to try and take these properties. But it's going to be a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 turns for him to get both of these cities. So in 5 days is pretty much half the game that we played so far. So if you think about it, that's a long time until he gets those cities. Starts moving his units over here a little bit. So at this point, I think he's trying to push, now that he's keeping me ranged out, battleships, missiles, even these mega tanks, he's trying to keep me warded away, forcing me to go where I can't threaten him, which is good for him. But I think he's doing it in the wrong directions. He builds 2 more mechs here. I know mechs can cross these rivers and help out against vehicles, but man, these mechs move so slow. I don't know why he's building so many. Builds a tank here as well. Yeah, and that's it. So My turn rolls in, so now he has a slight unit and value lead, but I still have the capture lead, which is good. I do believe I'm going to pop... I think I'm going to go for my hyper upgrade. I'm not exactly sure, because I take these 2 engagements here. This right here is huge, because now these are both going to be 10s on the next... when I use my super. Although I am moving units right now. I engage here as well, take a couple HP damage. Yeah, so I actually just go for the hyper repair. I think because I actually figured out I cannot get it. I think that's why. I don't think I could get my hyper upgrade, so I just went for the hyper repair. I should have did it before I had these engagements, but whatever. Tank moves back. Neo moves down. Copter comes over here, attacks infantry. Kill the infantry, so freeing up my bomber to move in. I ignore the battleship here. As you guys can take a look, my APC, the one carrying the infantry, has a spot to go right above the black boat. Had he moved his black boat onto the shore, I wouldn't have been able to... Oh, I can actually move over here too. That actually helps me a lot. I resupply my bombers fuel and ammo. I actually didn't think about that. I thought I was just going to go to the shore over here. This is even better. I resupplied my bomber, and there's nothing this thing can do. I'm in its minimum range. And my tank moves out, attacks the black boat, and then I can also actually threaten this anti-air too. This tank, I don't really care if it dies. It only has 9 fuel. It's not going to be able to move that much going forward anyways. Go for the engagement on the tank, locking it down. Again, I'm going to try to steal these cities because he's got nothing else here to defend them. Now I'm starting to threaten this city in the middle. Use the black boat, which is repaired down there. Bomber, straight down. This anti-air can attack it, or the copter if it wants. This bomber, straight down, going to help me kill things down here. I'm literally just gunning for this lab at this point. I don't care about any of the properties down here, and I don't care about the properties up here. I'm just going to go down and defend. Opponent's turn rolls in. I have a slight lead now, so at this point we're kind of switching back and forth on who's leading. But again, I have a huge capture lead now. He evens it up capturing this neutral city, but going forward, I think I'll have the advantage anyways. Builds a mega tank. This is his third. 1, 2, and third mega tank. He's got 2 battleships. A third mega tank here. And again, I can't do anything about it, yes. But what is this mega tank going to do? What is this mega tank going to do? Battleship attacks this tank here. I'm actually okay. Like I said, this tank, it was pretty much useless from the get-go because it doesn't have any more fuel. So it couldn't move anyways, so I'm okay with him killing that one. Goes for the little cheeky steal over here. Use the artillery to guard it. Anti-air attacks my copter. Mech goes for an attempt to kill, but he didn't get it. Starts to capture my city up here. Mega tank again, trying to chase down my units, but it's not really going to work out too well for him. He uses 3 units, 2 tanks, and a copter, and he still couldn't kill my full HP tank. That right there is just funny. Because of the copter's lowered firepower, it just didn't do any damage. It did 2 damage, and then even the 6 couldn't kill it, so lucky me. Another infantry in the bottom left to capture properties. Mechs moving out. Missile moving out. I don't know. The missile hasn't done anything yet. Anti-airs. So he's trying to threaten these cities, which again, Battleship can't shoot. And then I don't care. I don't care about these cities. The only thing I care about, capturing this lab. And yeah, so he starts to move these guys, builds some more anti-air. My turn rolls in. I think at this point he sees it. He's hoping that maybe something can come of me not capturing his lab at this point, but it's too late. It's too late. Go for the kill on the tank. Kill the other tank. Use this one to help block so I can kill the anti-air. Start capturing the city a little bit more. Interrupt the city capture. Threaten the artillery. Alright, go for the anti-air kill. Now, 0 anti-air defense over here. Only this anti-air in the middle that's stuck. Copter moves in to kill the tank. APC drops off Mr. Infantry in range of the lab next turn. In 2 turns, he will lose. I'm out of range of the battleship. He can't do anything to stop this infantry. Bomber gets it. I don't even attack because I don't want him to pop his tsunami or anything, I don't even attack these 2 units. I just move in. Kill the Anti-Air, the only thing that can stop my bombers. My Neo tank's down here to help defend as well. And as you guys can see, this game is pretty much over. There's nothing he can do to stop this infantry. He could use his power, but me being Andy, I can easily repair it up. So he sees that and he resigns. So very, very good match. I had a lot of fun with this one. I was actually I think it was like day 6. I was nervous that I had messed up and he was going to have a huge advantage. But I will say this: the turn those 2 mechs came out, the first 2 mechs, that's when it gave me an advantage, because those mechs couldn't move out and do anything, whereas my units could. I had 2 tanks, I had tanks, artillery, you know. The mechs didn't do anything. They may have maybe defended areas, but they didn't really get to move out and do, you know, threaten me. So yeah, a good match, Poland. I thank you for the match, but unfortunately, I think also building so many Drake Battlecopters that just didn't do enough damage to me also didn't help either. So I would say missed builds and maybe 1 too many Battlecopters in my opinion on this map using Drake. Otherwise, it was a good match. There was a moment, 1 or 2 moments where I might have been nervous, but once I figured that you know, these power units just ward me away from a couple sections of the map, I can focus on other ones, and then that gives me a little extra advantage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Advanced Wars by Web replay. Be sure to check out my channel for other replays I've done, including my last video was against Starflash, probably the most difficult match I've ever played. Go see how that one went. I also have played Mangs in the past. Love his channel, Advanced Wars content creator, as well as Fire Emblem, and I love playing Fire Emblem well on my channel as well. So go check those videos out as well, and as well as other, you know, people I've played. I will be making more of these going forward because I do have a couple of matches I have had stocked up, including this one that I just haven't had time to make, and hopefully I can continue making content on my channel. It's just been very busy with work and judo stuff, you know, tournaments and events. I am training extra for Summer Nationals in Hawaii this year. This is going to be my 2nd tournament. I competed for the first time in 10 years 2 years ago, and this will be my 2nd tournament since then. So, you know, take up all my time, so I haven't been able to make any Advanced Wars content, but hopefully we can get back into it, as well as Fire Emblem. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, bye bye.